So she's on OAN. This one's called Marjorie Taylor Greene on Jan 6 prisoners. We got a couple of videos because she and Louis Gohmert went down to the jail and she did a tweet storm about it. And this is nearly Greg Kelly level lunacy. We're gonna have an ad first, aren't we? Yes.
You ever wondered what actors and actresses do when they have to get in shape really fast for a movie?
After countless attempts to tour the D.C. jail, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene was finally able to take a tour of the facility and see the...
Did she get a souvenir mug? Are the Slurpees served in one of those like jailhouse shaped things, shaped like a bar? I have no idea why she would have a problem with this and what touring it would have to do with anything. But I'm sure she'll come out and say third world conditions.
Patriot Wing. Take a look.
The Patriot Wing, by the way. The Patriot Wing. They are just seriously jealous of the attention that Alexei Navalny is getting.
Congresswoman, I understand that you have been able to pay a visit to the so-called Patriot Wing of the D.C.
Yes. So-called. Because it's so-called, just in case you're wondering why it's so-called Patriot Wing, is because it's full of people who shat in the Capitol and brought a Confederate flag and beat up cops and screamed that they wanted to put a bullet in the Speaker of the House's brain for doing her job and built a gallows to hang Mike Pence. You know, patriot stuff.
Visiting some of the January 6th detainees who are...
Let's start... You see the... Yes. It's overwhelmed with sorrow.
In the D.C. jail. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened, how that came about, and your takeaway from this meeting?
And did the warden throw a party? When the prison band played, did they began to wail, or is that just a rumor?
It took us months of persistence. We have been sending letters.
Yes, and she wanted to go to jail. They wouldn't let her, and yet she persisted.
Going to the jail, demanding to have to go.
Yes, I know that. For fuck's sake, imagine you're in jail, just for a moment, and wait. You're waiting months for someone to come and help you. And you've latched on to somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? You're going like, maybe she'll be the one. She gonna do it for us. She's a true anon. She gonna find us. And I heard she's coming. And she brings Louis Gohmert with her. Is there anything more demoralizing than, oh, fuck, she brought that dude? Jesus Christ. Unless he's got a file hidden in his removable tooth. Jesus Christ. You couldn't find somebody dumber?
On tour. As members of Congress, it's something we do all the time. We tour federal facilities. And as members of Congress, we have oversight and jurisdiction over the District of Columbia. But we have been refused. Every single time we go to the jail, we're refused.
Well, yeah, because you may actually be material to the case. Your visit may be prejudicial to their jury trials coming up because part of the story is, did they have inside help? Is somebody trying to coordinate stories with them? And here the fuck you come and want to speak to them in jail. Like, look, if y'all want to get out of here, you better not put me and Louis and Gozer and all these assholes on the list, okay? You got no chance. Right? Stay the fuck out of the jail. You are prejudicing the case. You have nothing to give these people. And they have representation.
To let in, but this time I just decided I've had enough. We walked in and it's something I'll never forget. They came pouring out from where their cells were and came downstairs.
Who's they?
The January 6th defendants.
Oh, they just came pouring out. Sounds very unjail-like to me. Why are you showing me bars? What did they do? Squeeze through them like the T-1000? The fuck are you talking about? They came pouring down. Were they dancing? Dancing to the jailhouse run. Right.
And they were in their orange shirts and pants, and the January.
Yes, it's kind of a uniform, actually.
Defendants came out down the stairs and came rushing out, and I guess they knew we were there. I don't know how, or it seemed like they did, or maybe when
they most of them could smell you coming. You know what I mean? It's a, you know, you use P90X pre-workout, and some days you wear Axe body spray, but not today.
saw me, and they saw me, and they just started yelling and cheering and clapping and crying. And
they brought us a woman. What the fuck do you think you're gonna do? Guys, everybody come down. I told you. They're bringing us a woman. One woman a month. What?
And looking in their eyes was like looking at people who thought that they were forgotten and they had lost hope. But here's some of the things that were heartbreaking is there's people there that seriously need medical treatment.
They look like they're seriously getting medical treatment. By the way, nice fucking stock footage. I don't know why she's wearing a nightie. I think they woke her up. She was on a fainting couch. She's still recovering.
An older man, and he's quite up in age, but he is suffering greatly. He has some sort of circulatory problem with his hand. His hand is completely purple.
Uh-huh. Did he ask to borrow your hand for anything? I can't even make a fist. Do you mind? Are we in the Patriot wing? No. God damn it. I thought we were going straight to the Patriot wing.
Thumb is turning black. I mean, this is the kind of situation where someone could lose their hand. He needs to be in a hospital. He needs to be treated. There's another man there that has a broken finger.
First of all, fuck off. They have medical treatment there. They get medical treatment. They've looked at it. Just because he rolled in there with a shitty Trump diet and that was giving him circulation problems and all kinds of other stuff. What?
Is completely crooked, and he's asked over and over to have medical treatment for his finger, and he's been denied treatment for his finger.
What? He doesn't have a broken, untreated finger. Look. When I broke my finger, see that little bump right there? That's a screw. That's what that is, kids. See how it's a different shape than the other ones? Look at that. Yeah, that's got 3 screws in it. And when I got when it was set and put in a cast and all that kind of shit, and got surgery on it, they splayed it open, looked like a shrimp. And they were like, it'll never close past there. You're just gonna have to get used to it. And that's it. They just told me that. At the hospital at Yale, because that's where I got it worked on. I was going there at the day after I broke my finger. I was going to Connecticut, and so I went and got the surgery done there. And I have full articulation with it because I got acupuncture and shit like that. But that's what they tell you.
There's another man there that is suffering very badly. He has celiac disease, and he cannot eat gluten of any kind, or it makes him very sick. And last night when we were visiting, he told me that he had not had any food all day because the food that they brought to him all had gluten in it, and he can't eat it or he gets extremely sick.
By the way, how many, gluten-free has been a fucking right-wing punchline for years. They didn't give a rat's ass about anybody. Go onto the floor of the House and go to the left side of the House and the right side of the House. Which side are you going to get sympathy for having to eat gluten-free? Piss off all of a sudden. This man has... the food they gave him has gluten in it. Get the fuck. What?
It's not just a gluten intolerance. He truly has celiac disease. And he also told us that he had not eaten for 5 days at one time. It was 5 days. And he gave me a letter that he had written talking about this experiences. And so...
Yeah, I mean, that's all the evidence I need.
He's trying to, just trying anything that he can to get attention and get help.
You have something else here? You have a letter?
I do. I have something.
Yeah, read some of the letter. Read it. Yeah. They freeze turds and use them as crayons. It works.
Here, and you have something else as well.
This is.
This motherfucker, this guy's on a 5-day hunger strike because he can't get meat and potatoes. I usually mainly eat steak and potatoes. I'm kind of a, lobster. I'm mostly seafood, but high dollar seafood, because cheap tilapia disagrees with me. Meanwhile, this motherfucker's crocheting a flag. It's fucking... these crafts show sorrow. Holy shit.
This is something I'll keep my entire life. It is a...
I got this at a jail.
Hand-drawn.
It's funny. He made it out of toilet paper. This red is actually because he's bleeding into his pee. And they're doing nothing about it. And the blue he got from the eyeballs of a cellmate he had to shank for not singing God Bless America in tune with everyone else. So the guy had blue eyes. So he was able to mix that with some toilet paper and some toothpaste and some gin someone had smuggled in their rectum. And he made this lovely blue thing. And you would not believe the position he had to get in to print those stars. He still has bleach burns in some of the most uncomfortable places.
River.
Fuck off. Bullshit. You cannot say these people are basically on hunger strike and aren't getting medical treatment and then hold up crafts, you dizzy fucking moron. I swear to God. Please, Jesus, have her hold up like a Christmas sweater. One of them knitted me this to pull up a jacket, and it's it's a little tight. I'm gonna have to get it tailored. Fucking hell. Yeah. He had to, there was a guy who had died because he hadn't eaten the entire time there. Because he has this thing against any food that is earth tones. And he passed out. And this guy had to use his back as a crafts table. By the way, how sympathetic do you think she is to the Antifa people that have been arrested in Portland and are being held in federal custody right now? You think she's going to fly out to the West Coast and check on how those fuckers are doing? Wonder what kind of crafts they're making. I call this one Molotov Cocktail Green. It's got your face on it. Jesus Christ. Get out of here. Yeah, or swept away in unmarked vans, can you imagine? Those guys were, they picked up informants that way. The people that were snatched up in those vans were not loose running rioters and looters and stuff like that. Those were LE.
American flag.
Yeah, Antifa's into spin art. Yeah. Welcome to jail. because you're Antifa, you cannot be trusted to cut out anything because you'll probably put a hammer and sickle on it. So everyone gets a spirograph. Now sit down and shut the fuck up.
And this American flag, every single night at 9 p.m., the January 6th defendants hold up this flag and they put...
Not anymore. What do you go back there personally? What the fuck?
Hand over the heart, and they sing the national anthem. And it just so happened...
By the way, the national anthem of the new Confederacy that predates the end of the United States of America under the original Constitution and decries the corporate consolidation of America, modern, whatever the fuck they think that we're president, and then where Trump's going to be 19th president and stuff like that. Then they do the Q pledge, and then they do a circle jerk, and yeah.
That while we were there, 9 o'clock came. And we were there, and they all were, and they said, it's 9 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock, and they...
Why do they do... Why 9 o'clock? Well, it's the most German-sounding number. Sorry. 9.
Man ran and grabbed the flag, and he went to the top. There's like a second level stairwell.
Yeah, we've all seen the Elvis Presley video, yeah.
And he stood over there, and he held up the flag, and they all turned hand over their heart, and we did too. And they sang the national anthem. More patriotic.
They got most of the words almost all the way right.
Than any other American I've ever heard sing the national.
Fuck you! What are you talking about? You're a sitting member of Congress. You've been there when it's present, when dead soldiers have been honored. Get the fuck out of here. What? More patriotic than anybody else. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Anthem.
In prison yet? And how many people do you...
In prison yet? That would be prison, but whatever.
There were overall?
Approximately.
It's the most... Thank you.
About 40 people. They also, the back of this flag also has their signatures and their names, and they gave it to me to keep.
This is our new constitution for the real America of QAnon. Pledged allegiance to the 17th letter of the alphabet and to the Lord Jesus, for which it stands, one nation, one eye under an eye for an eye. Burn the fucker down, sign it, and poop. Jesus Christ.
I think what I want to say about that is most Americans take for granted their freedoms.
Yeah, that's why we don't commit crimes. That's why we don't bust down the windows of the Capitol and shit in the place and smear it on the walls and threaten to murder the vice president, even when he's from the other party, much less our own. What the fuck? Yeah. Thanks, Marge. Don't go to jail, kids. The more you know. Holy shit. Can I possibly have some sort of... The moron you know. Hold on. Let me see this real quick. Break this out. Then I go back to here. Why is this happening? Hold on. There we go. Oh, it has to be a short one. Shit. You bastard. Now I gotta add that. Yeah, I need a rainbow over my head, and it's gonna take too much work. It's not worth it. Fuck, this is so stupid.
That we have our great freedoms we have as Americans, and these men in there have never stopped loving our country and are complete.
Oh, these men in there. Just men. So you didn't go visit some, because there's some women who have been arrested. You didn't go visit them? That's interesting. Probably no good in battle. Is that your assumption?
Devoted and want to...
Despite being presumably mistreated or having some of their rights abridged, possibly, in this...
Possibly. Yeah, let's just shit talk the entire American judicial system to defend these fuckers who beat cops and tase them and hit them with a fucking Blue Lives Matter flag. And what are you talking... Put up or shut up, you dick.
Is that right?
Yes. While they are being persecuted for their political beliefs by the federal...
No. Their political beliefs have nothing to do with it. Timothy McVeigh was not persecuted for his political beliefs. He was welcome in America to believe whatever the fuck he wanted. It was the whole driving a truck full of explosives in front of a building and setting it off and murdering a bunch of people and a bunch of toddlers who were in a daycare center on the first floor. That was the part he got in trouble for.
Government. At the same time, they are loyal to our country and wanting to make sure America stays the America that we all know and love.
Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the 14th Congressional District of Georgia, the Northwest Corner. Thank you very much for talking to us about your adventure, your tour of the...
It was an adventure, y'all. It was such an adventure. If you haven't been a woman going into an all-male prison with people who think they're going to go away for a long time and never have sex again, and your only safety net is a dude who loses teeth just talking.
CGL meeting with some folks in the Patriot Wing. Folks have been there in connection with...
Fuck off with this Patriot Wing bullshit.
January 6th. Thank you for talking to us on What America News.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Want to see more?
No, not really. Thanks.